This is LAES, microcap stock. All right, hold on. So these guys had revenue drop 70%. Look at this. You know, it almost seems like it was going to be a good business. 14 million, okay. 17 million, all right. 23 million, doing better. 30 million, maybe it's going to be great. Down 70%? They're blaming the semiconductor conditions in the semi industry? Bro, what other company has revenues down 70%? What other stock has seen that? How many people do you think work at this company total? Total employees? 61? That's surprising to me because that's 9 million operating expenses. Okay? Don't make no sense. Because you know a bunch of it's legal fees and hey, this guy is like the head of sales. 𝗠𝗿𝗄𝗧. He's at NXP. Interesting. It's been there 4 months in Boston. It's another sales guy, this guy's the head of crypto, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence. This guy's the whole Indian economy in one guy. I use that 𝗙𝗔𝗏, that's a real company at least. 𝗏𝗡, another real company. onsemi, another real company. So is this guy's name Creus or Carlos? Okay, this is a friend, okay. Listen, I just gotta do my due diligence. 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗹 full stack. This is inscrutable company, man. What a totally weird stock. You know what's even funnier is they have half-year reporting. Yeah, I think it is short. They don't have any revenue. It's not even clear what they're selling or how to buy it. Earnings season is coming right up. Who's excited? I think we'll get to like single digits on ionq, like high single digits. So a lot of downside left. Good to see 𝗣𝗵𝗘𝗍 calm down too. Okay, so I guess Lilly looks a little bit cheap. I don't know, Santa looks interesting. I don't know if it's gonna go up or not, but I'm not long it. AMD. Oh, I'm not really a semiconductor guy, guys. They don't call me the semiconductor bro. So one approach, if you guys want to like model a company effectively, okay?
Order partially filled.
Is you click news, you go to press releases if you can find those. Okay, here's press releases. And what you do is you go through every single press release. You go through every single press release, okay? Yeah, I think longs it's tough to be long much. You know, you gotta be
order filled.
Gotta be careful, I guess. So you go through each press release and you just kind of process it and put it in your model. So this one, 1/7/25, JP Morgan conference. So the JP Morgan conference is next week. Oh, I should probably go. Fireside chat on the 14th. Then we've got ITC ruling. So you just keep going, go back as far as you can. But as you see things in the news and the SEC filings, etc., you put them in your model and you adjust your model. So here, for example, 𝗏𝗡 got approval for OSA. It's the first ever 𝗏𝗡. So 𝗏𝗡 is tirzepatide just for obesity. So I can add it in here. So for every indication, maybe I'll make a little tab. This is almost like JSON. It's like the obesity here. And I do maybe like type 2 diabetes here. I'll just write what OSA is in the first place, which is obstructive sleep apnea, which is the main kind of sleep apnea. Okay, and adults taking 𝗏𝗡 had at least 25 fewer breathing interruptions. This is the whole idea behind OSA is you stop breathing, I guess, which is not good. Your airway collapses. And they did this surmount OSA, which is 10 mg or 15 mg versus, I'm assuming it was versus placebo, but it might not have been. Let's see. Yep, it was against placebo. 42% remission versus 16% for placebo. Oh, I need the Eminem freestyle 8 Mile GIF. Him dropping the mic. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I need to make this meme real quick. I know something about you. You learned medicine from Joe Rogan? Yeah, I'm not really good at this meme making. It's a skill for somebody else. But if somebody can make it a funny one, please feel free to send it to me. It's for COVID, it's for cancer. Ivermectin does everything. You know ivermectin's a pharmaceutical, right? I almost bought ivermectin. I was going to be the owner of ivermectin. Yeah, and so anyway, as you're updating your model, you're trying to just collect little factoids and get them put into all the details of how you set it up. So here I'm just putting in a simple detail. I put in a little bit about the study, which was called Surmount OSA. That's really all I'm going to put in there. So it's your choice how much detail to go through. You can go through just an incredible amount of detail, or you just leave it how you want. Get the basics down, and that's it. If you are a pharma analyst professionally, you're going to want to put in every single detail you can even think of. But if you're just trading at home, you probably just want to get the broad strokes. Donanemab, which has the name Kinsula. So a lot of these aren't really that important, getting approval in every single country, important, but not. Okay, next, insulin in Egypt. It's a company called EVA Pharma. And what I could do here is I can actually put EVA Pharma in my model for other. These guys are public or not? I don't think so. But I can actually put this in my other sheet if I want to track lots of different pharma companies. Every time I come across a new one, okay, this is a privately held company, but you never know. You might want to do business with them or something. So you just put it in here. EVA Pharma notes, Egypt-based company, deal with Lilly. I don't know, I made like $500,000 on Rigetti. More on ionq, maybe $1 million. It was a good trade for sure. But I think the next leg down is going to be just as big, if not bigger. No, I'm bigger in the quantum trade now. I just wrote partnership with Egyptian manufacturer for insulin. Now here we've got 𝗠𝗏, which I guess there's some hope that 𝗠𝗏 is going to be a good selling drug for Lilly. I'm not sure it will be, but recommended by CHMP for Crohn's. So 𝗠𝗏 is mirikizumab. And again, these are great times to refresh your knowledge of each drug. And people always say, Martin, how do you know each drug? Well, this is how. This is how. For example, I noticed here, there's no section for mechanism of action. So why not go ahead and do a little research real quickly? Because how could I not know the mechanism of a drug, right? I'm supposed to be the farmer bro. I can't not know it. This is how I became the farmer bro. Hit review. Okay. Multidisciplinary review. Oh, that's cool. They used to do like a medical review or statistical review. Here they're doing this now. Multidisciplinary review. This is a cool area of the FDA website that not many people know. So they got all the reviews in one. Pretty cool. Here are the details. BLA 761-279. IL-23 allegedly. Remember, we need to always double check. What does that mean? Antibodies aren't antagonists. So I just want to make sure we know exactly what they're talking about. There we go. Here's the details. So I go in sometimes to the local deli who makes my coffee. I go in sometimes, you know what I mean? I go in on the weekends. Sometimes I go get my girl some coffee or something. I walk down there and I see homie who made my coffee, Miguel. And Miguel is behind the back. Like you can't see him. You see Tony runs the bagel store. So he's standing there. He's like, oh, Shkreli, what's up? What do you need, a coffee? Da-da-da. And I see Miguel in the back and I go like this. And he's like, what? And when Miguel my coffee up like this, I call up Tony. I say, Tony, he's got to go. It's over for Miguel. I don't care if he needs that job. If you need that job, get my coffee right. Call him up. Tony, we got a problem here. What happened, Martin? I'll exaggerate it a little bit too, just to teach him a lesson. So I looked at the coffee, man. First, it was spilled all over. That part was true. And I said, there's some weird bugs in there, bro. He said, no way, Martin. No way, Martin. That's how he talks. I said, yeah, man, listen, you know me. I don't complain much, you know what I mean? But when I'm drinking my coffee and I spit out a mosquito, come on, bro. You know I need to come to you, Tony. I need to come to the Godfather. I had to gas him up like that. He's okay, well, I'm going to find out what I can get to the bottom of this. And when I go, in 2 weeks, I hope, I'm going to look in the back like this. I'm going to look over Tony's shoulder. And it's a new guy. It's Ramon. If it's like Ramon or somebody else, it's not Miguel. I'm like, hey, Tony, Miguel on vacation? Like, nah, man, we had to let him go. I'm going to say, oh, it's too bad. But inside, I'm smiling. Inside, I'm saying, yes. Okay, so anyway, here's the real. I'm helping him. I'm teaching him a lesson, bro. A lesson he'll never forget. So the real thing is this P19 subunit. So if you've looked at these before, you know that the P19 subunit antibody. Oh yeah, and let's go to that other file we made. See, this all gets nested and connected. But remember, we made another file. And you could like do this on overkill. Okay. It's like P19 subunit shared by IL-13 and IL-12 and IL-23. So there's a P40 subunit of IL-23, and I think that's shared at IL-12 too. Gotta know your interleukins. Yeah, JP Morgan is usually a big nothing burger. It's just for executives to get together. It's like the World Series of Dice or the player haters ball. Bro, when I used to go to JP Morgan, I used to cause a ruckus. I used to have the whole conference lit. They'd never seen nothing like me, bro. I'll be in the breakout sessions asking the crazy questions. Gotta know your interleukins. I used to come with receipts. Like a news reporter, I used to be like, hey, I just got this Freedom of Information request. And the whole crowd would be like, oh. Like, yeah, on page 18, it says that you pissed in the drug vat, man. The CEO would be like, how does he know that? Yeah, man, you took a whole you urinated in the whole drug facility, bro. I got it right here. And you're like, Shkreli did this to you. CEOs wanted to fight me, boy. Now, didn't I fill this out already? Didn't I make an immunology and I got pretty far along with it? Now I'm pissed. So I remember doing this by heart. Ah, here it is. Autoimmune. I got to merge these two bad boys. Got drugs, diseases, and then that's one of the downsides is if you're not vigilant, you can repeat your work. Or here was the drug thing we did. Remember, we even used GPT for the prednisone, the goat. All right, so now I just wish I had 10 of me in 24 hours. I might hire an analyst just to do these stocks with you guys. A little lackey, just to grind all day. So that would be a New York City-based position. So that would be a true financial analyst job, not a programmer. TradFi analyst role. Be very unforgiving and thankless job, but you will learn how to invest. You will learn from the best. You will almost certainly get a top hedge fund job from working with me for a year or two. Let me see here. I tried buying some Jasper and got rid of it when it didn't immediately provide me with returns. It's not always the best way to approach things, but I'm actually buying calls so I can short more common. That's the synthetic put strategy that I do.
Order filled.
Keeps giving me options. I want options to expire next week. Oh, Rigetti, 933. I like that. No, it's not a call spread. I'm long the stock and short. I'm long the common and short the stock. No, long. When you're long calls, you are bullish. So they're not both bearish. I'm giving out my doorman Christmas tips. Too late.
Order partially
I just
filled.
act like I forgot that I didn't forget.
Order filled.
It's January 10th. What good is a
Order
Christmas
filled.
bonus on January 10th? It's not so much of protection. That would just, selling calls, buying calls is protection, that's right. But the whole idea that makes it a synthetic put is that if the stock drops below the call price,
you have a free put. As long as you didn't pay for implied vol. Now, if you pay for a little bit of implied vol, it's still a synthetic put. Now, there's put call parity as well. So it's not that much different than buying out of the money puts.
I tell you, man, this just a broken company, broken stock. Worst pick of my life.
Order filled.
NTLA. I'm gonna regret that to the day I die.
Well, we announced we raised a $2 million pre-seed, and we're raising a $5 to $10 million seed as we speak. I'm not doing any investor calls, but we're still raising it. All around, best brokers, probably Interactive Brokers, but you should have a diversified pool of brokers to choose from. I mean, if you're only dealing with one broker, consider dividing your money, split it into two.
I did respond. I said, if you don't pay your bill, I can't help you, man.
We treat that as a cancellation. You can't come to us 2 months later and say you didn't mean to do it. You gotta make sure your bill is paid every month. We'll try to create some kind of system where maybe we alert you or something like that, send you some messages, but can't do much for you. Everyone else found a way to keep their subscription, so we can't. There's no annual. September was 3 months ago, man. What I support my staff fully. If they say, you know, we consider your subscription canceled, then it's canceled. I mean, I'm okay with that, but I think you also rub my guys the wrong way. We got a lot of subscribers now. We don't really have a policy that lets you true up and then resume, because that's not really fair to us. You know what I mean? Our bills we got to pay our bills on time. So you want to pay your bill late and then get the preferential treatment. It's not really fair to us. So then just pay the higher price. It's only $20 difference, man. I got to be honest with you, man. The boys are roasting you in our corporate chat. Plus, I mean, you're just losing your special discount. You can still pay the normal price. Nobody's stopping you from using it. You just want the extra special price. But to keep the extra special price, you have to not cancel. And you canceled. What do you want me to say? I've been paying us for months. Months. Well, it's just not the data. It's not just the data. It's all kinds of other things. Well, you don't have an API, but we're trying to make an API too.
Yeah, I think Bloomberg, I forgot if Bloomberg, I think they do charge monthly. They might ask for it all up front.
Yeah, maybe we'll kill the referral program. It's too juicy for maybe lower the rate or something. I don't know. It's 20-something hundred per month, like $2,500 a month, but you have to sign up for 2 years. They don't let you do like month by month. And they will refer to collections if they don't. If you don't get it, they refer it to collections. No API yet, Robert, but we'll probably do one at some point. I mean, ideally, it's somebody that really knows the markets, really knows value investing, knows how to make models, likes to work hard, super smart, can demonstrate how smart they are, very well spoken, good instincts. They've traded themselves a bit. I don't know what makes a really great research analyst. Attention to detail, willingness to dig deep, but most especially they have no life outside of work. A couple of bad quarters of earnings and people will say, why do I own these stocks? It's hard to make noise forever. The half-life of noise is one thing to pay really close attention to. Noise is something that has a normal decay. It's hard to say CL55, you never know. It depends on a lot of things like the rest of the market, for example. Exogenous things you can't control for, like what will happen. We didn't think, where would we be if Jensen Huang didn't come out and do what he did? Let's see what happens after the market closes, just because with all this option expiry. Yeah, I don't know why I stream so much. I like connecting with people. I like people seeing the real me. They get kind of a different version of me online. I don't know if any of that makes sense. People have kind of become influencers. I was doing it before anybody else. Most people on Wall Street thought I was crazy. And you still don't have people on Wall Street doing it. Roaring Kitty was probably the first like big financial influencer. So yeah, it definitely shapes opinion, because I think most people, no matter how judgmental they may be, they say, "Oh, hold on, I now I get to see the real thing. Let me see. Let me check. Maybe I was wrong." And you know, some people won't change their mind, and that's fine. And some people say, "Hold on a second, I thought that was funny. I like this guy. You know, let me give him another 5 minutes." And you might change your mind, you might not. But I think it's nice to have that, at least that opportunity. And it's fun to interact with people. I gotta admit that back in the day, I hate to say it, but like streaming does make you popular. a little bit of an ego lift, and you can definitely get women from it. If you're a ghost online, it's a bit harder. Women watch and they're like, oh, I would date that guy. I like that guy. Wifey is not from the stream, but if I didn't stream, she probably would never have heard of me, if that makes sense. If I just like ducked my head under the ground and never, it was just like some random CEO that, you know, got in hot water, she'd be like, oh yeah, who's that guy? As opposed to like, oh no, I know who that guy is. Yeah, part of the reason is because I wanted everyone to know, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, we'll get back to work here.
She's big. She's hiding. We got Nibbles' cat. Nibby's is a little smaller, and she's less afraid. But Trashy's not really afraid of anything. She's more just trying to do her own thing. She's tired. She's old. So she likes to sleep in a closet, and the closet has little shelves. And these shelves are small. So she burrows into the shell like this. And she sleeps parallel to the shell opening. I open the closet door. I'm looking for her all over. She doesn't make a sound. She's like this. I'm looking, where is she? I go to the other room. Look around, where is she? I finally see she's in the shelf. What the? And she's runs out. She is a hide and seek champion. You know, I'm gonna give her some treats. Why not? She's a nice little baby. Now, Nibbles is the baby. Nibbles is 2 years old in a few weeks. And she looks up to Trashy like this, in awe. She's scared of her, but she's also loves her. She wants to be just like her big sister.